pneumonitis. Okay, so last time we talked about the airway diseases as well as the disease produced by inorganic um, dust. Okay, now today I'll be covering the remaining part that includes lung diseases due to organic dust. Okay, so okay. So we can see that there are a wide range of organic agents that may cause respiratory disorders. Okay, so they generally result in disease, which is because of the local immune response to animal proteins or fungal agents. Okay, so any animal proteins or fungus or even the animal excreta, it may be responsible for causing the occupational lung disease in some of the patients. Okay? So whenever we are talking about this lung diseases due to organic dust, okay, so it is mainly because of hypersensitivity pneumonitis. Okay, so it results in hypersensitivity pneumonitis, and patient develops signs and symptoms because of that. Okay, so we get quite a large number of patients who have exposure to different things, okay, which results in the disease process. Okay. So the farmer's lung, it occurs as a result of exposure to any of these several possible sources of bacterial or fungal antigen. It may be in the form of hay, straw, grain, okay. So it results in farmer's lung. Similarly, bird facious lung, it should be considered in any patient who give history of keeping birds in home, or when the symptoms get precipitated or exacerbated by exposure to antigen derived from the feather or from the dropping of the birds or sometimes the serum protein. Okay. So similarly, there are different other diseases like malt workers lung, which is as a result of exposure to moldy malting, cheese workers lung, moldy cheese, okay, and different other diseases. Okay. As we have said, it is generally because of hypersensitivity pneumonitis. Okay, so this hypersensitivity pneumonitis, it is also referred to as extrinsic allergic alveolitis. Okay, so extrinsic alveolar allergic alveolitis. Okay, so it is a pulmonary disease that occurs due to inhalational exposure to a variety of antigen leading to inflammatory response to alveoli and small airway. Okay, so there will be exposure to some inhalational agent and the antigen that is present in the inhalational agent, they are responsible for the inflammatory responses that takes place either in the alveoli and the small airways. Okay? So we can see that different category of people, they are at risk of hypersensitivity pneumonitis. Okay, they may be farmers, bird warners. Okay, sometimes even the hot top users and industrial workers. Okay, so in these patients, the offending agent for hypersensitivity pneumonitis, it may be called a potential offending inhaled agent. Okay, so antigen derived from fungus, bacteria, mycobacterial, bird derived chemical sources all have been implicated in causing hypersensitivity pneumonitis. Okay, so again, for the examples of this patient with hypersensitivity pneumonitis, as we have already said, farmer's lung, it is caused by exposure to grain, moldy hay, okay, and similarly coffee workers lung, okay, coffee beans, cheese washers lungs. Okay, so you can see that very commonly used food items, okay, and the farming products, they are also responsible for causing hypersensitivity pneumonitis or lung disease due to organics, okay. So mushroom, tobacco, grapes, potatoes, okay, wheat flour, barley, coffee beans, cheese, sugarcane, grains. Okay, so these are very commonly use organic products, okay, that we get from farming, and these are responsible for different variety of lung diseases or occupational diseases, okay. Similarly, as we have said, it may be as a result of some allergen or some antigen produced from the birds and other animals. Okay, for example, bird ventures lung, duck fever, fish meal workers lung, apiarians lung, laboratory workers lung, okay, poultry workers lung, turkey handling disease. Okay, so these are different antigens that may be responsible for occupational lung disease of these patients. Similarly, other occupation and environmental exposure, like chemical workers' lung, which is because of exposure to different this forms and varnish. Okay, and similarly, the detergent workers' lung due to exposure to the detergent, and as we've already said, okay, hot lung. Okay, so contaminated water in the hot tub. Okay, so these are also responsible for this respiratory problems in these patients. Okay,